did you notice the WTAP? This is a cease and desist on this one. I don't want to This sounds like something that you tell the local news so that you can submit it to the insurance company. Yeah, I mean, she knocked over a couple of tombstones. This family is citing losing their son. By the way, it's almost November 3rd.
It's not like she dug up the kid swinging around the yard.
Right, that would be funnier. But also, wouldn't you think they should come out and be like, listen, we lost our son last year. This is nothing. This is not a big deal at all. Fine. Figure it out.
She stole our spider webs and braces.
GoFundMe for the scene, $1,000. Now look, you don't want to damage that. Maybe you want to just sneak up.
Happened around noon Sunday on Michigan Avenue near Tower Road Park. A woman backs her car up in the middle of the road, gets out, decides to go shopping on Rose Thompson's front porch in broad daylight.
State Powerful Pooper says they all look alike to Carl.
I don't know what you mean. Oh, you mean thieves?
Yes, that's what all thieves
Right,
look like.
right. Of course.
All right. So everybody likes to have fun in the neighborhood at Halloween time, unless maybe you start decorating in August. And this lady has fielded some complaints because she decided she needed to start. And you're going to see what it is that her yard looks like, that she needed an extra 2 months.
Peters lives on Byberry Street in Fairfield. She says for 7 years, she's been building and changing her Halloween display, Nightmare on Byberry Street, which is free for people to walk through and enjoy.
Wait, you don't have to pay for that?
Every year, my friend here changes. This year, he's carrying a skeleton. Last year, it was a clown.
That's the bear.
That's Grizzly
Fucking bear.
$3.99. They figured out what to do with her. So this year she's holding a skeleton, but last year she had a clown. It really makes me wish I went last year.
Peters says the city contacted her twice this year, saying people had complained about her display.
It broke my heart. Really made me upset that somebody would, because all my neighbors come and try to help me if they see me out here.
Peters says the city says she isn't doing anything wrong and she can keep her decorations up. She says they did suggest that maybe she wait a week or two later for setup, but Peters says she needs even more time to put this all together than she used to.
Why's
My
that?
husband was diagnosed a year ago with cancer, so he can't do as much after his chemo treatments. He's usually down for 2 weeks.
Peters says she puts in over 100.
Some things just can't be fixed.
My husband has cancer.
You are not gonna like the place you're going. I'm telling you.
Shut the fuck up, asswipe, and suck my cock.
Howard, wow, it's like old Howard. Wow, takes us back. So we've got one more neighborhood Halloween story, and I think that the best thing about this lady is she becomes less and less attractive the more she talks, and you're going to see why. And some would say that she's just a woman, but this one has something in particular that I noticed when she spoke.
Hi, you are currently being recorded. Tammy Samataro's Ring camera video captures the moments when she says a group of masked teenagers runs onto her lawn and destroys her Halloween decorations, all while she and her family were having dinner on Saturday night.
Like, they took my Hocus Pocus, my Buzz Lightyear, and they ran. So I got in my car to go see where they went, and when I went on the next street over, all my stuff was in thorn bushes.
Oh.
So that is my favorite Rachel Dratch character that she's doing right there. When her and Jimmy Fallon used to be like the Boston, boyfriend girlfriend. So she, you see her and you go like, yeah, all right, I probably would. And then I mean, look, is there a worse accent than the New England accent? I'll put that out to the chat. I think that we might have some disagreement, but I don't think this works.
Dinner on Saturday night.
Like, they took my Hocus Pocus, my Buzz Lightyear, and they ran. So I got in my car to go see where they went, and when I went on the next street over, all my stuff was in thorn bushes.
All her
Trying
stuff is
to do it. It's like
Fall on
they
bush.
said, we want you to work these 3 or 4 words and sounding like a full-on Boston, Massachusetts resident, and then the rest of it, she doesn't sound retarded.
Yeah, but when she says tricky words like thorn bushes, that's what happens there. No.
Really affects the blood going to your penis. That accent right there. I'm telling you.
No more shoelace equals world peace, which is not something that I believe. I, Christian, do not publicly acknowledge the Armenian genocide publicly, but privately I celebrate it on a daily basis.
Aw.
They are the worst of the worst. Hackard, that sounds like somebody that knows one of the most prevalent ethnicities in Los Angeles, if they're having me call out Armenian genocide. But obviously it's genocide.
Yes, we cannot speak ill of the Cardassians in this town.
No.
And we did get a super tip that came in, so thank you for supporting the show. I'll remind everyone again, supertip.gg/WATP if you want to participate in the show like Anonymous did here.
All these losers think they do a better show than me. They think playing old clips is better than reading IMDb. I invented talking about the rain, so stop bringing up the weather.
Hey, Patty C. Cups want to do a show about winning? These Lady K's won't know what hit them.
I'll assist like a fireman. I'll do my job as greatest comedian. What does Donald Trump say when he wins the election? I don't know, but Watt B is like an STD that you got from a Republican hooker.
What?
That makes me watch out of it.
It's not Tom Myers, there was a punchline.
Yeah,
Right. Tom Myers was on MLC yesterday.
I was on acid.
No. I had no
Probably
idea.
worse.
I had no idea that happened. Watching all 3 hours of what we're about to dive
It was like 6 months after Rogan, 1 year after. It was like some sort of before and after bald guy thing. Yeah, so I watched the whole thing. It was amazing.
Dang Lizard with €2. Sorry, I can't read it because of the thing that's at the bottom of the screen.
Says, tell Pakistani Mahmoudi nerd ain't hate speech.
Actually, I could read it. I just didn't want to. Thank you.
I don't get
Smart,
it. What the
smart
fuck?
move. Yeah, like I don't understand what that's.
I don't know what that says. All right. Well, we're having fun. We
Oh,
got
I know what
Ted
he's.
Bears.
I know what Dang Lizard is saying. So Moody is the guy who developed the super tip system, and in order to comply with YouTube's rules and guidelines, they've had to go in and change words you can use and words you can't use. So apparently, he tried to put in nerd, and it got disapproved for him to give us a super tip.
Well, I'm pretty sure that, Carl, you put that in personally for your channel because
I wouldn't have figured that out in a million years.
You can't say buck tooth. You can't say crooked tooth. Summer teeth.
Well, I hope somebody spends the money on Balin Dupree because I'd like to hear from her, and that is me, begging for money. But specifically, it's because I want to hear from Balin. All right, well let's have fun. We've had some dead bears. We've had a lot of people who have cancer in their lives, putting down all sorts of decorations. But let's dive into politics. And like any good political event, I think we should start with the rendition of the national anthem as performed live. Keep in mind that it's live on C-SPAN during the alternative candidates debate.
Oh no!
So you hear the stage manager point out to her why you did fuck it up, but we can't go back.
Dude, even Roseanne Barr is like, whoa, that's very disrespectful.
Oh. She did.
Oh, is that what happened? I'm sure she's very talented. Honestly, that sounded better than what she's doing now. And I'm letting it play through the end because I want you to watch her body language as she leaves.
He's got his eyes closed.
That's my favorite part.
Oh.
Hey, Hackride, did you ask me why there's no singing in the Isotopes earlier?
Well, I don't know, with some noodling guitar that I might.
All right.
Where do they find these people?
She's apparently a singer of song.
The greatest part of that. The greatest part is that little embellishment at the end, like, this will save it.
Yeah, right. I thought she sucked, but now I know.
Yeah.
Also, funny story. That's the first time Francis Scott Key, almost a similar thing happened. He's like, guys, stop the bombs, stop the fireworks. Hold on one second. I fucked that up.
She's no Bleeding Gums Murphy. All right, so obviously a lot of people they're saying a lot of people are looking at Trump on Rogan, and some would say it's really hard to find on YouTube, but his buddy Elon did post it on X. However people are watching it, it's got, as of now, I believe, 34 million views.
Wow.
So,
36 last I saw.
well,
It sounds impossible to find.
I know, that's what I was going to say. If people are complaining they can't find it.
Yeah, but
36 million views.
Yeah, I found it. I watched it on YouTube, and I did watch all 3 hours, and for the most part, it's great. Trump's very relaxed. He does break the character a little bit, something that somebody on our screen might know about. He stops being quite as Trumpy, and they have some nice conversation a little bit about MMA and boxing. It's all interesting, so of course I didn't pull it, but there were moments, because this show lives in moments. So we have an aspiration, maybe if this whole president thing doesn't work out or when it's over.
What is happening with the whales? I've read about this.
Well, they say that the wind drives them crazy. You know, it's a vibration because you have those
windmill.
You know,
Right.
those things are 50-story buildings. Some of them.
Right, and they're
50.
super sensitive to vibrations
They have
and
those.
sounds.
You know, the wind is rushing. The things are blowing. It's a vibration, and it makes noise.
Science.
You know what it is? I want to be a whale psychiatrist. It drives the whales freaking crazy, and
Yes.
something happens with them.
So there's a lot of money in that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I would imagine. Just because nobody else is doing it, Carl. He would be the first whale psychiatrist. So.
You can start another college.
He thinks that's a real job.
It should have been Trump 24, the voyage home. Save the whales.
I knew you were secretly a nerd hack, right? I get that. I know what you're
Secretly,
talking about.
ain't no secret about it. Well, I just don't look like one, like this guy above me here. But oh my God, I'm a nerd.
So
Did they
Trump
talk
is,
about how he poops his pants in this interview?
no,
Whale?
no, the whale. No, I don't believe that Joe Rogan poops his pants. I don't think that was a topic.
That's why he has the fanny pack. He keeps it in there.
Trump is known for the art of the deal, and here he is trying to close a deal in Austin.
Elon Musk, yes. He endorsed me. By the way, he gave me the nicest endorsement, too. The tough. He said, the country's going to fail. You should do the same thing, Joe, because you cannot be voting for Kamala.
I mean, look, he's not wrong, by the way.
You should give me an endorsement, Joe.
Yeah, he's like, there's no way you're voting for us. He should give me an endorsement.
You're not a Kamala person. I know you. I've watched you. I know him better than he is. You know what? Without speaking to you, I think I know you maybe almost as well as your wife. I have watched you for so many years. You're not a Kamala person. You're a Khabib person, but you're not a Kamala person. Nobody's gonna know who Khabib is, but
Oh, they know who
he
he
was.
is.
He was not bad, right? That guy.
Oh, he was phenomenal.
But that's your kind of
Your
person.
weave is getting wide. We're getting
No,
wide with
my
this
weave,
weave.
but isn't it
I want
much
to bring
better?
it back to tariffs.
But wait, when
He's like, I know what you're doing. We got 3 hours, but eventually
Right.
you should get back to what we were talking about.
Joe did a masterful job. I watched this as well. I thought
Yeah.
he did a really good job of keeping him on point. Because listen, you know what Joe Rogan wants to learn about, aside from tariffs. He wants to know what the fuck happened with JFK.
Yeah.
Tell me what you heard about that, and what's up with space aliens. So I appreciate that Joe Rogan's getting to the questions that we all need answered out of this guy.
Yeah, I think that the one thing that was on my checklist for Rogan was asking him about Operation Warp Speed and the vaccine, and I was like, oh, they went 3 hours, and somehow that didn't come up.
Didn't come up. Weird.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't want to know about it anymore, Carl. He's like, nah, I know everything I need to know.
Did they talk aliens? Did they talk aliens?
Yeah,
Good, yeah.
Oh, good.
Trump's not a believer, but apparently some very handsome pilots have convinced him that they've seen.
He really had a hard
I
on for those
think-
pilots.
I think we figured something out here as Americans. I think we just criminally indict anyone running for president. It really softens them up. It gets them on the good shows.
Yep.
You know, you just indict them and then throw them on Rogan. I like the strategy.
Yeah,
Just open it up to all felons, you know, the election. Why not?
now you're making some sense.
You can't vote, but
George-
you can run. That's our new policy.
You know what? To England, George Washington was a felon. Thank you.
Whoa, hot take.
One man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. That's right.
Did
So,
you just support Osama bin Laden? Oh my God, Carl.
Like it's the first time on this channel. Come on. So here Trump talks about his shift at McDonald's, and even Joe is having some trouble keeping a straight face.
he owns like 56 of these McDonald's, and he said, "You want to use one?" I said, "Yeah, I love it." So we went there, and the crowd was crazy. You know, they had 28,000 people around the whole thing. Did you see the outside? It was crazy. The cars couldn't get through.
Well, I'm sorry. Why should I stop playing that, Eric? You have a question? I
Yeah,
don't
even
understand.
I know that this was a publicity event. There was like 4 people there at that fucking thing.
Well, he's talking about the population of the town it's in? Is that what he means?
There's 28,000 people outside of this one McDonald's in
And I didn't have a problem with that. I was like, well, of course it's going to be that way. There's a lot of moving parts here. He can stand in front of people and get shot in the fucking face. What do you think is going to happen to him with the security issues at a goddamn McDonald's?
You're all missing the point. It doesn't matter if it was a publicity stunt or not. The man is incontinent, which means he had to use a McDonald's toilet, which is amazing. He had to walk in there and sit in a McDonald's toilet. Our future president. That's amazing.
Our buddy Cardiff Electric sent me a story that the McDonald's where Trump had that presser, as they say, they had to close the Yelp comments because you might be surprised, guys. People were having some fun talking about French fries covered in bronzer and blood. So I think that they decided, like, all right, you had your fun. So just like Stevie Tomatoes, no more comments available in there. Trump wonders why he gets so much attention, and Rogan has the perfect answer for this.
So I always got more publicity than other people, and it wasn't like I was trying. In fact, I don't know exactly why. Maybe you can tell me why.
Oh, I could definitely tell you. You said a lot of wild shit.
Maybe.
You said a lot of wild shit, and then CNN, in all their brilliance, by highlighting your wild shit, made you
More popular. Sorry, I forgot I cut the clip there, but yeah, I think it's that simple. Yeah, you said some wild shit, and that's why you're so famous.
Everyone else was acting like Rosie O'Donnell wasn't a fat retard on TV, and this is the only guy who came out like, by the way, just so you guys know, like, oh yeah, thank you. I wanted to say that.
Yeah, but I didn't think we were allowed to.
Right.
I like he knew full well what he's done to become popular and become outrageous, and he makes Joe Rogan tell the world instead of him actually saying it.
Yeah, he's like, you said some wild shit. He's like, yeah, I sure did, didn't I? That takes me.
Right, you'd think he'd be like, no, because I'm smart, I have good ideas, great policies. It's like, yeah, you're right. I did say some crazy shit.
I mean, Joe, I'm gonna level with you. Sometimes I still say crazy shit. I'm just, Did you hear about the whale psychiatry? So one moment that's getting a little bit more attention as the 36 million views happen is Rogan asks Trump to show him the scar from his shooting.
Do you even have a scar on your ear? You got anything on there?
I do.
What do we say? What do you got
So, right over here.
Oh, it's a tiny little
See,
mark.
it zicked right there.
Yeah. It healed up pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's little. It's not like some of the wrestlers, some of the UFC fighters.
No, you didn't
It's
get
a little bit.
cauliflower.
No. It was sort of like a top shot.
Mm-hmm.
The point of the bullet was a little of the S, but you see the thing's taken off a little bit, but it makes me a tougher guy. You know the fighters. The fighters love their. Bo Nickel. He's a great fighter.
Yeah, I love Bo Nickel.
How's he gonna do?
Yeah. So that's the moment where he's like, I'm getting really uncomfortable by you pointing out that there's a scratch on my ear.
Yeah.
And
Hold on a second. He said that makes him a tougher guy. There's a rabbit in my backyard that was hit with a lawnmower that has a similar injury. I don't think it's tougher.
Well, I think he's just trying to point out that he's tougher than Grizzly 399. Right?
Yeah, I don't think so. He might be as big as Grizzly 399.
Also true. This one's very quick, and look, when you interview somebody, sometimes you intentionally chum the waters a little bit. You throw a little red meat, and Trump couldn't be more excited when he points this out.
Your idea about no tax for tips.
I came up with this idea that honestly nobody ever heard of.
I don't care about the rest of it. It's just he's like,
You're going down.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah. I had this thing, no tax on tips, and this bitch comes in and says it's her idea. And I think that most people were interested. Eric, I'm going to assume you didn't spend 3 hours watching Rogan with Trump.
The only clip I saw is the one I sent you.
Okay, but we'll get to that area of conversation. And actually,
No, I'm not going to spend time with
No.
this bullshit. These guys are fucking idiots.
It's a hot take. All right. Let's see. This is Zane's clip, actually. He finally starts talking about the 2020 election.
Go into this stuff. We could go into the ballots, or we could go into the overall. I'll give you another one.
Are you gonna present this ever? Do you think like?
And I know that this is why you sent it, Eric, because you like.
Gonna present this ever? Do you think like?
Let me just give you one more
go ahead.
before.
the thinking about it thing. He really threw him off there by asking him that question. And I was shocked at that. Why would that be such a shocker?
You don't.
Well, because it was 4 years ago. We're trying to get to the next election. Once you're going to get elected, and be like, okay, now let me tell you what happened in 2020. Like, we've all moved on. It's fine.
I don't know. I still
God.
believe Trump. When we're going to get those tax returns one of these days. He's going to email it to all of us.
Glad you reminded me of that. I forgot. We're still waiting for those 2016 tax returns. And this is more of the same.
I lost by I didn't lose, but they say I lost, Joe. They say I lost by 22,000 votes.
So earlier in Justice Brett, he's like, yeah, I lost by 22,000 votes. This is the moment where he's like, oh yeah, right. I have to keep the grift going. No, I didn't lose, and because the whole thing is built on having lost, and that might be.
I like how he pointed. It's a joke, which is what you do to your kid when they're doing something that's annoying you. And Rogan was like, he fucking, he's like, I'm gonna fix your wagon, Joe. And he reacted. He stopped laughing. It was great.
This is the wildest thing that anybody said. Rogan says this.
Appreciate JD saying that. And by the way, I think he was a great pick. Do you like JD?
I like him a lot. Yeah.
You're allowed to say that.
No, I do. I like him a lot. I think he's a brilliant guy, and I think his ability to talk like a.
So this would be the moment where I could show the clip of him trying to order donuts again, but we are pressed for time. So instead, I'll show a new video where he's speaking to CNN's Jake Tapper.
Right? All of these people, Jake, they came into office thinking that they could control Donald Trump. That when he said he wanted peace in the world, yes, he did. And when he found out, when he found out that he couldn't, they all turned on Donald Trump.
So I like when newsmen can't help themselves but laugh at the person that they're talking to. Mike Pence is obviously known for being so aggressive. And here's another moment though. Vance will be on Rogan tomorrow, by the way. Well, I've got a clip from a show he was on in a moment. Before we get to that,
he was on Tim Dillon. Did you get a clip of that?
I forgot that he was on Tim Dillon.
Oh, you did. That was fun.
Yeah.
Christian, I'm waiting for the Halloween theme to hit here anytime. I heard this was a Halloween show, and here we are.
We had all those decorations before. Decorations before.
What do you want? What do you want? We did that.
We dressed up. What do you mean, what do you want, you little twink?
I delivered a dead bear to you. A gigantic dead bear. I sacrificed it to you. Anyway, in case anybody needs a reminder of why Trump does like J.D. Vance so much, this is a moment from Chris Cuomo was doing a town hall with J.D. Vance.
Call right now from former President Donald John Trump. He wants to weigh in. Mr. President, I know there's a little bit of a delay. Can you hear us? And what is your question for the senator?
Well, I can hear you, Chris, and I do have a question, and I think it'll be quite an interesting one. The answer should be easy. How brilliant is Donald J. Trump?
Take your time. Think about it.
Well, first of all, sir, this is supposed to be undecided voters. I would hope that I have your vote, of all people. But here's first of all, sir, of course you're very brilliant, and we both agree.
No one told me there was going to be boasting.
So this is the guy that Rogan's impressed by. But I will give credit to J.D. Vance for being a part of this great clip from Theo Von's podcast.
We do cocaine in this country anymore, and that seems like a crazy thing to say. And don't say that. Don't say that. But I said it. But yeah. But don't say that anymore.
I'm gonna steal that line. That's gonna after the election, though, man.
No.
We gotta win first.
It's unfortunate.
What the fuck is going on?
Well, he said you can't even do cocaine in this country anymore.
Oh, I missed it. It cut it off. Goddamn it!
Yeah. It was at the beginning. It was at the beginning of the clip.
You can't even do cocaine in this country anymore.
Yeah, it was cut off on my end. I don't know.
All right, so Zane's calling me out because he's not paying attention.
No, I wasn't calling you out. I couldn't hear it, you fuckhead.
from my research, still can do lots of cocaine in this country. Just saying.
He's complaining about the fentanyl. Who wants to carry around the tests with them?
Apparently, Theo Von's never met Dave Sarah, but you know.
Yeah, no shit.
All right. Well, you guys have all probably heard. It's big news. A comedian made a racist joke at a political event.
Said he was going to build a wall. And George Lopez said, you better build it in one day, because if you leave that material out there overnight.
I didn't know that was George Lopez. Jesus.
Yeah, this Disney woke Santa shit has got to end.
Holy fuck.
It's a good thing that he identified himself.
I had no idea what was going on. Again.
Yeah. Well, you know, but here's the thing. You know, he's Mexican, and you know that's his whole act, and ended up being Carlos Mencia's act too. So I guess he gets to make those jokes. But Tony Hinchcliffe did speak at Madison Square Garden, which should have been a huge day for Trump. Only 10 days away.
Hold on, before you go. Look at him eyeing those ladies behind him for kidneys. he's like, which one is the next one? Who's the next one's gonna get the dick, and then I'm getting that sweet organ.
Well, so Kill Tony Hinchcliffe, he hits the ground running as he does an 11-minute set.
People, I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this.
Just trying to wave them away for our audio audience.
Latinos, they love making babies too. Just know that.
Out of my way!
They do. There's no pulling out.
Heads up, jackass! I let it go long specifically. What do you think of its tag there?
Oh, I mean, whenever he's in the right environment, I always find this guy very funny. I don't know what it is. I think it's just where he's at and who he's surrounded by that it just I like the jokes. They're just not landing.
Yeah, it's almost like you shouldn't do your set in front of a political crowd
Right.
at Madison Square Garden.
So just the lens is I think, I don't know if it ultimately hurts him, nor do I know if he cares, but he looks like a psychopath as opposed to a comedian.
Well, let's see if you get a different impression as we go along.
When it comes to Israel and Palestine, we're all thinking the same thing. Settle your stuff already. Best out of 3. Rock, paper, scissors. You know the Palestinians are gonna throw rock every time. But you also know the Jews have a hard time throwing that paper. You know what I'm saying? Alright, we're having fun now. We're cooking.
Wait, are we having fun or are we cooking? So, you know what? It definitely helps sell the joke when you do the voice. I come buckets. This is the first watchable episode since episode 7. Thanks, Hacker Eye, Tomorrow, and Electra. Joe usually sucks. Do these two have dirt on you, Carl? Yes, we absolutely do. Yes, exactly. Although, if you saw the video in Detroit, Carl also has some dirt on us. So it all comes together. I'm glad you're appreciating this so much, Easy, because I was gonna jump to the money shot, but I can tell that you need another joke.
All right, heck yeah, this cool black guy with a thing on his head. What the hell is that, a lampshade? Look at this guy. Oh my goodness.
Groundwork.
Wow. I'm just kidding, that's one of my buddies. He had a Halloween party last night. We had fun, we carved watermelons together. It was awesome. You guys are, this is a groany little morning crowd, huh? It's
So he's blaming the crowd. He's like, what is wrong with you people? And by the way, to your point, yeah, he's very funny. We got an episode struck because I decided to play clips of his from the Tom Brady roast. Whoops. I've learned my lesson, Carl. No more Netflix. But it's not a great setting. And apparently, he did try this next and last joke that's gotten the most attention. He did try it out at the Stand or Comedy Store somewhere, and it didn't get received while there. And he's like, well, it's gonna kill at the rally. So he's wrong. He actually bombed twice with this joke.
You guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of everybody.
Holy fuck! God damn it!
So, you know it's bad when even Anthony Cumia tweeted, "Yeah, probably not the best place for those jokes." And,
You're trying to get Latino voters, and he's calling Puerto Rico a pile of garbage. I like that joke. I think it's funny, but it's not helping the cause in any way.
Yeah, it's a great joke for Kill Tony.
But do we know that he wants to help the cause, or does he just want to crack jokes?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I was texting, celebrity name drop. I was texting with Blind Mike Geary about this set, and I was just like, all he's doing is hurting Trump and the turnout for him. He can't possibly be thinking this helps. But Blind Mike is like, no, I mean, he's a pretty big Trump guy. And I'm like, how do you think that this helps? I'm going to turn to Hackride because I want to make sure he's awake.
No, it's just sleepy time. Politics is so fucking boring. They're trying to humanize Trump because he doesn't want to go to prison. You understand that if he loses, he goes to prison. So he's bringing out everything. He's throwing everything on the table. We got Tony Hinchcliffe. We got Joe Rogan. Who we got in the back here? Can we dig up Rodney Dangerfield? Who do we got that will say that I'm a good person so I don't go to jail?
That joke works if Luis J. Gomez is there laughing along, if he's next to him on the panel and laughs. It's like, when Howard would say a racist joke and Robin would giggle, and you're like, oh, okay, it's fine, good. That's what they need there. Instead, it's just like all these Latino and black people staring at him like, what did you just fucking say? And he's like, carbon watermelons, right?
I don't really want to comment on the comedy or whatever that was, but can you imagine the sucking that him and Tucker Carlson did after this thing? Oh, both closeted gay men get behind a room just blah, 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 blah. Are you jealous, Eric? Would you like to be in that room sucking both those men? I bet you would. The suck off of weird faces. Weird long faces sucking each other off.
And this is why we wanted Hackride here. Thank you. I come back with, that joke gets a big doom. Is it a boom or a doom?
Oh, that boom is not good.
All right, so
I have a quick super tip for us because we've been doing all this comedy right here.
So much comedy.
The super tip system, this is what it's built for. It's for comedy. You get to use different voices from the different shows and tell your jokes. And Anonymous here is really nailing it with this one.
Here 45926 8979323 do 64383279 502 40971 6939 3751 5820 5924 56286089 86280308 3421 risk 9 81 80851 3834 505 231 808 481 or 0
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like it.
It's Cardiff reading the number pi to the 80th decimal. You never heard him do that before? It's one of his classic bits on potato soup.
It's chocolate or vanilla and then reading off pie.
Right, he has it memorized. It's amazing.
It adds to the show like a turd at a strip club.
It adds like a turd on Vince McMahon's girlfriend's head.
First you just watch her do the splits, all of a sudden there's a Snickers on the there. Well, this isn't good.
Did you say Snickers?
Yes, he did. I was listening. I made sure.
Keep clean here.
So what I'm glad is, I've heard a lot of Cardiff super tips, and I'm glad they didn't add in all the long well, we're getting all of that right there. All right, so Reverend Shitstain wanted to make sure that I highlighted something. This was a tremendous moment from MSG, and I have to mute it, so we'll describe it for our audio audience. But the great Hulk Hogan takes the stage to his theme song, and you know what Hulk Hogan does when he comes up on stage.
He fucks your wife!
And rips his shirt open, but except for, when it doesn't actually. And he does have to give up. So I'm going to call into question whether or not he's a real American. I think that I'm seeing proof to the contrary.
I'd rather watch Biden finish a sentence than watch Hogan rip his shirt. It's so embarrassing.
Come on.
I'm gonna send that to your buddy Vinny Paulino, who I understand having encountered over the weekend.
He sure did, yes. He was right next to Hulk, and Hulk acknowledged Vinny's existence. It was a big day for him.
Well, in this clip, Hogan steals a catchphrase from a tree talent.
Speak. It sounds like a script from Hollywood with a really bad actress.
So that is Hulk trying to claim Hawk 2. So we want to keep an eye on that and make sure that.
Also, side note, avoid his son on the freeways. Just looking out for you.
We did have that clip on the show when that happened. But I'm sure, I'm just gonna guess that Hogan did love Tony Hinchcliffe's set, just judging from phone calls that I've heard him make before. All right, well, that's what Trump does. That's a big Trump event, but let's not forget that Kamala Harris really knows how to connect with the audiences out there.
Are fighting for America's future. And we understand the opportunity we have before us to turn the page on the fear.
I think she's handling it pretty well. I think she clearly knows what to do when it breaks out. I'm just waiting. I'm sorry. I was waiting for her to find her footing.
You know what the perfect comeback would have been for that?
Lick, lick, lick my balls. Yeah.
Just didn't have the timing down.
What was the guy saying to begin with?
It's about the war and the war.
You need to say no. Fuck that shit. No, we're not gonna end the war, you asshole. We didn't start it. Fuck you.
Oh, see, you had a much better comeback, and you haven't been in politics.
Don't blame me. I didn't start the goddamn thing.
Eric, you sent me
again,
this one because
what can I get?
it's another instance
Also-
of how well she connects with an audience. Chanting her name.
Now I want each of you to shout your own name. Do that.
Hey, against.
Doesn't make any sense.
Because it's about all of us. It's about all of us.
Well, that's retarded.
Listen, I have.
That doesn't make any sense, Rick.
She totally took out her own legs.
Yeah, well, that's what you should do when you have.
Her name, and she got him to stop.
I will never forget, Eric. We were playing a show. My band, the Ice House, was playing a show in New York City. And the way that our shows go is we have these jokes that we play in between songs. And we get done with this one song, and the crowd is literally chanting, "Isotope," just like that, "Isotopes." And the guy who plays the jokes for us gets up and he goes, "Shut up!" Because he wanted to play the next joke. We're like, "What are you doing?" You don't tell people to shut up when they're chanting your name, celebrating you. You let it go.
No, you didn't hear the second part of the chant. It was Isotopes need a singer. Isotopes need a singer.
You were there? Holy shit! What are the chances?
I was warming up my vocals, but you never had me on stage. Never had me on, Carl.
Well,
Fuck you!
Kamala Harris still showing off her political acumen in a town hall hosted by Anderson Cooper.
Something you can point to in your life, political life, or in your life in the last 4 years that you think is a mistake that you have learned from?
I mean, I've made many mistakes.
How about one?
Yeah.
And they range from, if you've ever parented a child, you make lots of mistakes too. In my role as vice president, I mean, I've probably worked very hard at making sure that I am well versed on issues, and I think that is very important. It's a mistake not to be well versed on an issue and feel compelled to answer a question.
God.
Anderson, I think my biggest fault is that I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I think that's
It's
basically
the classic job interview question.
Yeah, right,
you know.
exactly.
You have to make something negative sound good.
I gotta give it to Stuttering John right here. That's why pencils have erasers would have been a perfect answer. Just perfect.
Could have moved right on. Well, Anderson Cooper comments here when he's joined by Charlemagne the God, and for some reason Angela from the Breakfast Club is there too. Not sure how that works, but Anderson was a little surprised that people got upset that he actually asked Kamala Harris real questions this time.
This whole inundation from people who are Harris supporters saying to me online today, like,
how dare you, what a betrayal that you would ask her these questions.
No,
And
this
I'm
is
like,
your job.
you misunderstand what my job is. I'm not on MSNBC, or I mean, no disrespect. What they do is they're very
I rush to
But,
tragedies
I don't
immediately and
watch
take
it. I'm not
advantage of them. That's
interested
my
in
job.
watching what these overpaid blow-dried anchors think, and I include myself in that overpaid blow-dried, although I don't blow-dry. And I can't
We talk about Trump with the weave. He immediately, as soon as he says, I'm not on MSNBC. Although, I mean, they are very talented over there.
That was great. That was hilarious.
My name is Anderson Cooper, and my job is to take mommy's billions. That's my job.
He does it quite well. So the conversation with Charlemagne gets contentious. Not because Angela's there, but this is fun because there's words that apparently you get to say on CNN now that I didn't. I still get surprised that you can.
I've been talking about this every night.
I don't think y'all have enough conversations about it. I feel like I heard more on this network about is Kamala Harris black than I do about, Donald Trump being the fastest.
Well,
am I wrong, Angela?
Honestly, that's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Whoa!
No, I'm not. Look, I'm a huge fan of yours.
You
But
go,
to say
girl.
that We're sitting around discussing is Kamala Harris black? Like,
I've seen that. I've seen those roundtable discussions a lot. Now that's bullshit, Anderson. For you to say that y'all don't have those conversations.
I've never asked somebody is.
Oh, I'm not saying
Kamala
you.
Harris
I said the
black?
network.
He said the network. He
I don't think anyone.
Pretty sure he said Anderson Cooper. So we get
I'll
double
see your bullshit. I'll raise you a bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'll raise you a fuck you. We can say bad words on cable. Oh boy.
So, Eric, why would you say that? I've told you to stop.
Eric, how dare you?
Yoda World, who thanks to Carl for unblocking, by the way. Why is that lesbian so angry? So, look, you can have fun with cable news, as we just saw, and Sean Hannity decided, you know what? I'm going to have Stephen A. Smith on my show.
I know you're not talking about somebody being lucid and
telling
cogent
you,
and
this isn't
enunciating their
rock.
thoughts with
You
clarity.
need to turn back.
This is the spot. Now keep your eyes peeled. The dead drop is at the foot of the alpaca, he said. And this is the alpaca.
Llama.
What was that?
It's a llama we're after, sir, not an alpaca. And this is neither.
Llama, alpaca, same thing.
Llama.
They aren't the same at all, sir. Believe it or not.
Enough. We've got company. Out with it then. Who are you?
You're a captain. Oh, thank the law. We're saved.
Excuse me, first mate. We aren't in danger, and last I checked, I'm still your captain. We're on the hunt for a package. It's supposed to be at the foot of this handsome-looking alpaca-shaped rock.
Llama?
This handsome-looking, llama-shaped rock. But the goods aren't here. Must have been stolen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a made-up word.
I'm not exactly an expert, but I think that's a fossil.
This is not a rock shaped like a llama. This is a fossil shaped like a fossil. Captain.
Could it be the fossil of a llama?
I highly doubt that. Can you believe this guy? Thank you.
Hey, I do the talking around here. This is the right spot. I know it in my gut. But there's no package, and now my crew is insubordinate.
I told you. Didn't I tell you? How many times did I tell you, Captain?
I believe I owe you an apology, First Mate.
What?
It's true. I wouldn't know an alpaca from a raptidon, and as a captain, that's a mark against my good name. Can you ever forgive me?
Llama.
I don't know what to say.
I'll start. Thank you, stranger.
Well, yeah, since you told us about it and everything.
Now see here. That parcel's worth nothing to you, but I'm sure we can come to some sort of arrangement. Yes, it's been a real delight, hasn't it? Crew, now that your captain is destitute, what say you buy me a round at the Spratch?
Aye, aye, boss.
Llama.
I know you already got your cut of the pay, but here's a little something extra for your time. Be seeing you, and thanks again.
Llama.
Weird. I don't know why I got muted there. Did mini host crash? Okay. Where'd I get this? Wow, that's actually kind of good. Not as good as my armor. That's actually really good armor. Okay, throw some drugs in here.
What was that? Did I hear something? Hey, I saw. What do you?
Nothing.
You're free to. Here we go. Forward, Felix.
Hey, can you stop killing? I only want to kill the captain. Bye. Hey girl, if you don't leave, you're gonna get killed too. Kick him in the head. Ho! I mean, it would make sense for me to take this flaw. But all I'm gonna fight for the rest of the game is humans. So I'd really rather not. I'm gonna say no. I'm not really guilty either. Mayhaps I should be. Okay, did they make it back there? Because I would rather them not be killed. Okay, cool. I only wanted to kill their captain. He seemed like a burden. Give me 2 seconds. I need something a little bit more aggressive. So it's not really good. They break my leg? They did.
you're bragging about Donald Trump. We can't be watching the same stuff if that's what you're doing. You ain't going to do that today.
You know
now,
what?
Lindsey Graham, hold it. Now, Senator Lindsey Graham is about to come on this show.
Let me tell you
now,
something.
that man can
Now what do I
articulate
do?
himself
Sat
very
with
well.
him.
Not Donald Trump now.
I have sat with him for hour after hour after hour, topic after topic after topic, and he is so dialed in.
Really?
Look, you know, it's funny. People try. This is like
Ain't he
the latest
canceling press
argument.
conferences?
Meanwhile,
I don't care
This
anything
is
about
going great.
I don't care anything about the politics behind it. Just the fact that Stephen A. is just Stephen A. on Sean
Yeah.
Hannity. It's like
boy.
he's like, you know what my shtick is, right? I'm gonna make goofy faces to make you look even stupider. Whoa, I'm not reading that one, Dwyer Christian. I don't even know what that means.
No, I think the chat was screwed up. That was a malfunction.
Oh, okay. Well, I know
what
that.
that was.
We get a lot of those.
You can also let Electra read the really racy ones because it sounds sweeter coming out of her.
Hey, why don't you put that one back up and let's see how it sounds from DJ Electra.
Dwyer Christian, Black Dennis Miller.
I don't even know what that means.
See? It's nothing. It's like a fart in the wind.
Yep.
Nice.
All right. Well, that was a fun political clip, and look, we've had some fun, and I know Hackride, you came here for politics, but I do want to bore Hackride by talking about. I guess we'll talk about college football.
Home of the hourly triple play.
W-A-T-P, who are these sportscasters? Just listen and find out who are these sportscasters?
No, I think a lot of people on the East Coast don't understand the allure of college football, but Hackride, obviously you and your buddy Casey Gay, very outspoken about the Oregon Ducks. How are they ranked right now?
Yeah, they're not doing very well,
Yeah.
right? Are they in the top 25? Or?
The greatest team to ever exist on the field of play, the field of battle. Yes, number one, they just trucked Ohio State and Illinois and about to truck Michigan this week. So yes, just
Illinois.
bulldozing the way through our new conference. Big Ten. It's called football, Eric. It's what men play.
The
not
S is silent.
panty
The S
volleyball.
is silent.
He's calling you out for saying Illinois, I think.
Illinois? What retard says
why do we have to
Illinois?
Why do we have to learn your flyover states? We're dominating from the and we can see the ocean. Enjoy landlockedness.
You don't understand. Hackride is so loud. It's Illinois.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice, good one.
In fact, I found the volume.
That's like someone saying Oregon.
Oh, that's what I do.
I don't like that. I don't like that. No, it's a gun. We all have guns. Just remember that. You say that wrong, we'll come get you. Yeah.
Oregon.
That's how I used to say it until I moved to the West Coast. I always thought it was Oregon. But, you know, it's not every moment is great for the Oregon Duck himself, though, Hackride. So let's take a look. Everybody runs out here.
You motherfucker.
And here he
Tell you.
goes. Oh, no! Oh, my God, the Duck lost his head.
To the 50, to the 45, to the 40. Oh, he's down.
It's a hate crime. It's a hate crime. By the way, we won 38-10 that game, so good luck. Now we knocked the head off every game, so take that.
Well, I think we can all laugh at this one, what happened. I don't know if this is Oklahoma or Oklahoma State. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't matter.
Take a look at the whole thing.
Oh, yes.
Those horses, they scare easily.
Oh, God. That sucked.
That's funny. That's how I always die on Oregon Trail.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, no physics department at the University of Oklahoma, apparently.
Inertia?
I only because Hackride's here, I'm going to play this next Oregon Duck.
This is on broadcast television.
The DuckTales theme, and if I get Carl a copyright strike for the DuckTales theme, I will never have Hackride on again. Hackride, would you like to hop on the back of that motorcycle and just give a big bear hug or a duck hug to the Oregon
Christian,
Duck?
here's the thing. Wouldn't even need to hug. I'd just be hard and I'd fit right in. I'd just squeeze right in there and it'd be free. Like, you know, when you put your hands up on a roller coaster, that'd be me, baby.
Well, I know.
He's dry is what I'm saying. He's not lubed up, so I wouldn't slide out, I think is what I'm saying.
Right, so you'd have to bring him to it.
Everyone knows ducks' asses are dry. Come on, we all know this.
Well, I thought that's what pate was for, but obviously
That's the most Halloween part of the show we've done so far. Was a duck's ass. Congratulations, Christian.
I still think it was the dead bear. I'm gonna. You're going down. Well, Hackride, I know how you feel about other West Coast schools performing badly on national television, and I saved this a couple weeks ago. USC did not have a great game in Maryland, but boy, the broadcast team.
So great because the talent on the field is so high, and then there's some also guys out there that probably shouldn't even be in college. And so you get this great diversity where in NFL it's just everyone's great. It's like 14, 13, boring. College has terrible players. It's so fun.
Yeah, well, we've got another one here.
Why not watch the WNBA then if that's what you're looking for in sports?
I do watch the W. How did you know?
I wish I still had that clip that Eric sent me from the finals last week, where I think a minute went without a ball going anywhere near the rim. One more call from this USC Maryland game.
Hold on. I think Carl would like this. I actually talked to Chad Zumach a few times about doing a show on the WNBA. Yeah, just fun.
Boo, Chad.
We talk about lesbians playing basketball.
Ratings bonanza right there.
I can't believe that you would stoop so low as to talk to the mud shark, and I realize that you're a demon from hell.
I talk shit to him because he says that one Indiana Fever girl's the best player, but she's not. It's clearly Sabrina Ionescu.
I'm sorry I brought it up. Very sorry I brought it up.
Wow. Can you think of anything more boring than me, the mud shark, and NWNBA?
We are still trying to do a comedy show.
Let's go back to politics.
Yeah, I was going to say, we can always watch Trump rallies for another couple hours.
I got 8 Trump clips that I didn't use.
Honk the Clown.
So here's,
okay. Very professional name.
And Maryland again. I love this broadcast.
All right, so USC lost the game, but they're all going to fuck way hotter chicks when they get back to their school.
Yes. This weekend, USC had a home game. There was like 1/10 of the stadium was there because they're all at the David Gilmour concert, the World Series, the 10 other things going on. LA's a weird place. So yes, Maryland, enjoy the win and nothing else that you have.
Yeah. Well, look, you're going to get no disagreement from me, Hackride, but somebody on this panel hates Los Angeles. I'm not going to call out who it is. But someone here definitely does.
Someone's poor. Who is that?
Yeah, you know who hates Los Angeles is the 5 million people living in filth. Have no homes there.
Well, apparently you haven't.
At voting time, Carl. We don't care about them the other time.
Apparently you haven't been to beautiful downtown. I don't see any. Look, I'm looking out the window right now. All right, so you're talking about some of the questionable talent on the field in college football, and a few weeks ago, so did Arizona State's head coach.
Atrocious. So if you can kick, you're in Arizona State. Right, we're gonna have kicking tryouts on Monday. So bring it on, kicking tryouts Monday. Let's go. Yeah, that's seriously. We're gonna put it out on our social. We're gonna have a kicking tryout on Monday. We gotta find somebody who can make it. It makes it even harder.
Okay, well, that didn't work.
When it's clearly a kick scenario. Like, that's when it gets really hard because you're like, it's clearly a kick. Like, you definitely want to take points here. There's no doubt in your mind. And he hadn't had a kick this game. He was kicking the pregame, so I felt good about it.
He did go on to apologize to his kicker.
He's gonna kill himself.
By the way, this is neither here nor there, but I am looking for people to host who are these broadcasters. Email me, DM me if you know how to actually host a show.
You hear that, Zumach? Our WNBA show lives. He's gonna give us a show. No, this is Kenny Dillingham. Dilly, as I like to call him. He was Oregon's offensive coordinator last year. This guy is like 34 years old, but like the best young coach in the country. He was drinking beer after they beat a big team, and when the players rushed the field and all the fans rushed the field. He was drinking beer with the fans.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck?
They used to say the same thing about Lane Kiffin. All right, so Eric was very excited about
school
this.
in America, by the way.
Fucking shut the fuck up.
I knew that the college football part was where Hack Ride was going to really shine. So,
I slept for half the show and let you talk, fucking weasel face.
Wait a minute, there's 3 of us you could be saying that to. And it would be
what the
accurate.
fuck?
The show should be called Woodland Creature.
All right, well, Eric, you were excited about this. And look, let's talk about real football. Let's talk about the NFL. And it doesn't happen often enough, but successful Hail Mary play. The Washington Commanders. Here is the home broadcast of that call.
Fires, heads towards the end zone. It is.
Here I come. Holy
That's
fuck.
excitement. That's the NFL right there, Hack.
Oh.
Right now, it's a game. It actually
Like
means
that?
something.
Oh. I don't hate that though, just because of how intense that was.
No. I think there's times for homework calls, and that's one of them. So that's
Yeah,
why
I mean
came
that's fantastic. I couldn't get enough of that.
Easy liked this next clip so much he sent it to me twice. I get it. You have a hard on for this guy. So this is
Hell of a job.
as the clock is expiring, as the Hail Mary happens. This Commander's fan.
It was close. Like I feel as though we won for real. We lost. What I say? We won. What I say? We won. What I say? We won.
I think I missed the play. What an idiot!
You missed it. They're interviewing him at the hike.
He was too busy talking about in my mind they really won. He was proud of their moral victory, Carl.
Oh,
There was,
So he missed
there
the
was a
actual.
defender on the field who was talking shit to the fans who almost missed the play. There's a
Yeah.
video of him, like, almost missing the whole play.
He was taunting the fans after the Bears scored.
of adrenotime, Dr. Ambrose. I hear Compound X is a unique challenge to work with. It's temperamental. It must be refined under tightly controlled circumstances at tremendously low temperatures. Do you compound it with anything else? Tell me more about your refining process. Our audience is conversant in the sciences, very detail-oriented, so don't be afraid to get technical. Last time I met you, you spoke like a groundbreaker builder sprat. Why the sudden airs and such specific questions? Does your minder know what you're up to? Does he suspect you're a spy? Pardon me.
Oh no. Well, that's a lot. I'll have to read that later.
And then he was on the play. Yeah, that
He was
missed
the
it.
one that hit the ball, yeah, and
Yep.
knocked it into. Yeah, congratulations. That will live in infamy.
It's instant karma.
Well, every week I end the show by saying to remember that every mic is a hot mic, and I'll say that again when we end the show in about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Wait a
But-
second, JFK head chunk. I like that he's giving us some notes right now. Do you want to read that for us, DJ?
Yeah, Electra, I think, needs to read that one.
Sure, keep the bear stories together. It's confusing.
That's a good point, Christian. We need to have segments on
All
this
right.
show. We talked about this.
You know what? You're absolutely right. JFK Head Chunk, I will make sure that I do a better job next week. We're going to keep all the bear stories in the bear folder. There's nothing...
Eric Zane's got a bear folder. That's for sure.
I'm not even
On
sure.
his
That
incognito browser. Heyo.
Well,
I'll be right
there's
back.
nothing
Give me
we like more
one
on this
moment.
show than hot mic capturing people saying things they shouldn't. So here's the first of, I think we have 4 this week. So I want to point out what that gentleman said, and because this is a Bills game, Carl, did you travel to Seattle? Were you on the sidelines? Is that you near the mic?
I was one of the only Bills fans who wasn't in Seattle for this game.
Okay.
They represented.
Anything to escape that city.
All right.
Bills fans?
So it's probably Grant. That would make more sense. This is probably your brother on the side.
On the first down, good tackle that time.
There's a lot of times you can react to the unfortunate airing of profanity. That was one where they're like, yeah, I think we're just going to move past that and pretend that didn't go on TV. But,
perfect. I think you can even see the sound guy in that shot. I mean, the guy with the microphone is actually right there.
Yeah, well, he had the boom mic right over a bear, apparently.
I want to go get ice cream.
All right, so
I think I'm gonna run down the street to where I work and pick up a bit of ice cream.
Sorry, accidentally rewound that one.
I think that was the floor.
Was he yelling at you? I don't think it was us, at least that time. It was so aggressive, I thought he was yelling at one of us. Was that our producer, Fred Morrison? Sounded like him.
Ah, they're having fun. Is that our
the world
producer?
a lie was supposed to be. Didn't that cause you to spend time in prison the last time that you
yeah, that didn't work
lied
too well
on
last
behalf
time.
of your family?
You're right, that's a good point.
Go ahead, give everybody an opportunity to ask away.
Thanks.
Now watch it, before you ask the question, put yourself in my shoes.
Ah, here you go. Before you call me out for the stuff that I did, it is a provision. You've got to pretend that you're Joey C. And
Yeah, Ickle, remember, like, Joey's got no feet, so, like, put yourself in his shoes. Yeah.
Oh,
how would you feel with
You
no
literally
feet?
can't. Yeah.
If you weren't near Florida and you've never been in a situation of a hurricane, make sure the question pertains to you can put
Stop using smart words, Joey, that you've heard elsewhere.
yourself here and your family here. Alright? Let me hear that first. Put yourself in fucking Florida.
Yeah.
First of all. Okay?
Yes.
What's your
Hey Annie, got to do some more translation stuff. That was so good. Yeah, I think everyone has certain feelings, maybe not the same feelings as you have, Delta.
your family and tell me, weigh out all the options. Alright?
Okay, so firstly, I would have took my family out of Florida, and I wouldn't have lied about it. Is that a fair observation? I've put myself in his shoes. That's what I would do.
Well, actually, Ickle, you're forgetting that Joey has a van that's probably not going to survive driving 5 miles up the road.
What I would do, I would ask someone for $200, and then I would get out of town for the day.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, then you only ask questions. And I'll explain to you. Yes.
I love he said the rules before you can ask any questions. Yeah, you can give me shit if you want, but only under this very strict set of limits that I'm putting for you. Did you do that, Rochi? Did you put yourself in these shoes before you typed anything?
Actually, do you know what? During this stream, I believe I was actually being quite nice and was quiet. I was allowing the whole world seemed to be in Joey's chat this day, and everyone was just giving him shit. It was great.
Fair enough.
Marvelous.
Here he is. That's right, Bob. I'm here. Bob, if I have to go out and fucking steal your new heart, I guess I have to. I didn't know how fucking light-skinned you were. How fucking...
Yep, you need a new heart because you're light-skinned. He's nearly stuttering John-esque with some of these
Well,
catchphrases.
So Ickle, obviously you was away, and I assume that you haven't caught up with all the like corresponding shows. But Rocco played a part where Joey was claiming that he would give his left nut to Mike's shitty internet provider.
Yes, and then Levy was saying, "Where's I want the testicle or something, right?" Is that
Yeah, and this is that live stream where Levy asks him, "Where's the testicle?"
Fair.
Thin-skinned you were about, me breaking your heart. So I'll go today and find you a new fucking heart, and we'll schedule surgery for you. All right? That's all I can do.
Good one.
Okay? I can only apologize to you guys from the bottom of my heart, Bob and but here,
I don't feel that's a very genuine apology. It might just be me. It seems like more of a very confrontational, defensive.
I think Sorry, Ickle, I think everyone's forgetting as well that Joey's original excuse in this live stream is the reason why he lied was because Shuli said he would never be back on KSN if he didn't leave. So Joey was kind of ironically blaming the Jews for what he did.
I hate it when that happens.
Got any questions? No questions, so let's get to the questions. First of all,
well, he did give everyone 2 seconds to put those questions in, to be fair.
Yeah, and to be honest, Ickle, if I remember rightly, I think...
Were there loads of questions?
Well, yeah, there was loads of questions, which was, why did you lie? Why did you grift?
For 24 motherfucking years in Florida. And for 24 fucking years, I've heard every year there's gonna be a direct hit to Tampa for it. It never happened.
And every year we grift people and say we'll get out if you give us money. And no one's had an issue with it until this year.
But also, of course, you remember rightly, I believe in may have played on Sunday.
Sure.
But Joey was claiming that in the county over from his, the people were using kayaks down the main high street.
Yeah.
Like, but again, the next, this is the Saturday after the Wednesday, right? By the Saturday, Joey's like, yeah, it never hits this area of the country.
Yeah, we're always fine.
Never happened. So that's one thing that was in the favor of, making that decision. Number two.
So I'm really clear on that first point.
There were major floods and still major floods. I just got my electricity back on 2 hours with no internet. I'm streaming out my phone using my data. That's number two. So the grace of God, we got a notice saying that we were gonna get lights to was Hillsborough and Pinellas County were gonna be next Thursday. Monday was gonna be Pasco. Tuesday was gonna be another county, and then Wednesday.
Jesus fucking Christ, yeah, get on.
Was gonna be Lakeland.
Sorry, did you have something to say, Rochi?
No, I was able to unmute because I wasn't coughing.
An area, and then Thursday was going to be Pinellas, and then all of a sudden an hour after that, notice. And Mike had just texted me something, and I texted him and say no, still no lights, and then about an hour after that it came back down. So we're blessed there. But we're throwing everything out in the pantry, the refrigerators, everything that all the meats.
I've just realised something. Are you looking forward to seeing Uncle Rocco?
Yes. However, there's been no proof of life, right?
Is he still missing? Is he still MIA?
Yeah, I've not seen him anywhere. I've not seen him post on Twitter or anything.
Shit.
So who knows? And also, Big Kahuna's here. I assume Big Kahuna hasn't heard anything from Joey yet, neither.
Yeah, no, nothing yet.
We had everything going, so it's
Not you, Delta, not you.
Yeah, that's all spoiled. So, why do they call me Howard the Duck? I don't know. Why do they call you Howard the Duck? Okay, I don't know. Why did they call you?
I wish I was on OBS now. I could just pop up that image.
Yeah. There's another coward in the chat room. Who, ain't a man. Gotta bounce on women because he's a weak piece of shit. People that bounce on women is a weak piece of shit. Give a fuck what they say. So now let's get to the guts of this. So that's one thing of my favorite. Number two.
Oh baby, come on, Kahuna.
They flooded, major floods. They're flooding right now.
Flat Cat, where were you? I said it the other way around, so I didn't get to see.
She's been here all the time, Nicole. I just haven't brought her.
Nice. Good work. Keep it up.
The River is one of the main ones that are rising. Some areas already in Pasco County they did a evacuate everybody from US 19 to the water and out to as far as not quite as far out past the veterans, but anything west of the veterans, they're basically getting them out of there because it's rising. Anything with lakes on, which we have a ton of in Florida, is rising. Number two, 25 feet above the.
Sorry, go on.
No, that's all right. I was laughing at Joey explaining how weather works.
yeah, no, it's
on the fucking ground. Okay. And number three, yes, they say if you start to flood your apartment or your house, go to the roof, the safest place for you.
Go to the roof.
Until someone gets to you. And also, one of the first responders in my chat room the other day said if you
Sorry?
So, right, Ickle,
is he doing so well that he's got first responders set up in his chat room?
Well, what's weird about this is Joey... Right, so nobody's called Joey on this bullshit. Joey is claiming that somebody in his chat on that Wednesday, there was a first responder, as Joey goes on to claim, that were in New Orleans during the hurricane 2006.
Yes. Yeah.
And was giving Joey the advice of, well, if things get really bad, take a door off the hinges and ride the door, right?
Love it.
Now, as you know, I've got no life, so I'm watching Joey during all these live streams.
Hang on, Joey's not got any doors.
Well, not only that, I don't have no recollection of anybody saying this in his chat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this again is another Joey lie.
I think you're gonna die, and if it floods there, I think you're safe there. After talking with him is why I made the final decision to stay. Okay.
Double interest sponsors chat. It's gone over my head. Sorry. But yes, I agree.
Yes. Bob Levy, Shuli Egard, Mike Morris, Zenhauser, Joe, and Don, I think the world of. Like family. Like
That's why I lie to them, because that's what I do to my family. I lie to them. Fair. That's valid. I can't argue with that, Rochi. What do you think?
I misheard what you said.
It was that good, I'm not going to repeat.
with my blood, okay? So when
Oh yeah, Joey loves to lie to his family.
Oh, here we go. Oh, you doing the old catch up 5 minutes later bit?
that he was never going to talk to me again, I was never going to be allowed, you know, and I'm being pressured, and my wife is like, you know, I've been, you know, she's been through more hurricanes than I have because she's lived here a lot longer.
Yeah, so she wanted to leave. So your wife, who's been through more hurricanes than you, is like, shit, Joey, we really should go on this one. And you're like, don't worry, we're to stay. That doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense, Joey. Don't want to bang on too much about this because it is old news. It's old news, Joey, but I'm glad I've got to watch some of it with you, actually. Do you think we should watch more of this? A bit more?
You can move on if you want, mate. It's tied up to you.
We'll watch a little bit. We'll watch a little bit.
Cool.
But she's like, what do you think is best? I said, you know, but then that point she wanted to, she said, maybe we should go. And I said, honey, let's look way out the options here. For one, it was already way too late to leave, number one.
Okay, so that's ruled out all of the options.
Yeah, exactly.
If it is way too late to leave.
Was that night that they told me, I had technically the next morning. And still was kind of too late because they were already doing roadblocks. They were already bouncing people. They shut the bridges down. You couldn't get access even before bridges were done. You couldn't get...
So your lie was stupid then, if you literally couldn't do anything. Hey Jen, how's it going? Make sure you check out her channel. She's actually done a live stream on me, which is amazing.
The police were driving around with when the lights went off, and you couldn't even tread anywhere. So, number two, I didn't have a vehicle. My vehicle is running on one fucking cylinder. I would have got probably about 8 miles. I could drive from here across to the store, and the motor's like this. Right?
I can't remember where I saw it, but there's a video of him. Was it you showing me it, or was it on somewhere else? But there's a video of his van, and he's playing it, and he's like, "This should make this noise." Was it on his channel live or something?
Yeah, that was his live show. I believe Rockmore covered it.
Oh yeah.
Bro, to give you context, that was the live stream where he was at the laundromat. There was only 12 people in his chat at the time, and we were all leading the charge by. Well, we were all telling Joey the truth. That van sounded absolutely fine. I don't know what Joey's issue is, and Joey's going, "Oh, yeah, the motor's jumping out the bonnet and stuff," and I'm like, "Well, there's nothing wrong with that van, Joey. I don't know what's the matter."
Son of a bitch.
Right? So that's number one. Number two, I have a fucking cash except for the 2 donations I got, which thank God saved us to eat and a couple other things that we had to do.
So if there was
Hello, testing. Okay, cool, I'm back.
It could also, like,
Thank God for the hurricane.
I don't know about you, but like, as Joey said, bearing in mind this is 3 days after the hurricane.
Sure.
Saturday. Joey's claiming that he's thrown away all his food.
Yes.
You go, okay, fine.
Yeah,
on the
power
Saturday,
went out. Fair enough.
On the Saturday, fine, right?
Yeah.
But the day after, when you're claiming that you threw away all your food, and it's like what? Like what perished? You didn't buy any frozen foods. You bought, as you claim, well, as Christina said, honestly, they prepared so poorly for this. She said that she had.
Did they buy ice? I remember that from Rocco Show as well. Everyone buying ice.
No, that was a Chad and John thing,
and Chad,
I think.
Yeah.
I don't think Joey was dumb enough to buy ice. Christina was dumb enough not to, fill up pots and pans with water. Which the chat all convinced her to do.
Was that same one where someone said, "Fill up your bath with water," and he's like, "Why would I want to do that?" And you're like, "Because your water might not work." And you might need water.
Yeah, no, we were saying that to Christina, and that's when she revealed that they don't actually own a bathtub. They've only got a shower.
Okay, fair enough.
So, it's...
it
is what it is in that regard. But it's funny because I'm trying to think what food she said she bought. All I remember is her saying that they...
Beef jerky.
Well, no, she had a tin of tuna, which made me laugh because I'm like, what? Like, surely, if things were looking that bleak, which, again... The media was saying it was looking that bleak. you would buy tinned food of everything, right? You know.
No,
like,
just one tin of tuna.
Yeah, just
That
one
sounds-
tin of tuna.
That sounds
you
good.
know, yeah, we'll live off that for weeks.
You know, to fucking survive, okay? So, thank God for those. So at the last minute, I just kept, for the whole time, I knew, I'm like, it's not going to be a direct hit. It's going to derail. You guys understand?
Thank God, Joey. Why didn't they have Joey on the news telling everyone? Because people were panicking about this hurricane. Whereas Joey just fucking knew from the point it was going to miss.
Ickle, as you pointed out, Joey's not the weatherman, right? Clearwater Chad is.
Yeah, that's Clearwater Chad. Yeah, exactly. Well, still in his bed.
And those fucking simulator things that they put up, the fucking the spaghetti noodle things, those are just guesses. Those ain't what they.
Hurricane relief better than drugs. Joey, comment?
They're telling it. Oh well, if the worst case, if it hits Pinellas County, it's gonna be different. If it hits Hillsborough, they don't know what they're fucking talking about.
They probably know a little bit better than you, though.
They're at the same guessing. They put up 6 fucking things up, and they tell you one of them are gonna hit. The original plan was it was supposed to get a direct hit from Sarasota to Bradenton. That was the original plan, which is where it went.
To be fair, that's not a plan, Joey. That's an estimation, right? Based on like science and analysis. You know, they're fine to tell you that it might be slightly off course. Joey C is my favourite cryptid. I wouldn't say he's mine. He's maybe my 3rd favourite, and I don't really know what cryptid is, but I like the word.
His ass was on a fucking plane out of Florida, I guarantee you. He didn't give a fuck about anybody here, okay? He's fucking just saving face, right?
Is this where he goes on kicking off about the government?
Yeah, this is Joey's.
This was supposed to be your apology.
Sam.
This is supposed to be your apology, Joey.
This is here you go, Ickle, just to give you an idea of.
Right, got you. Thank you, Annie. Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, so weirdly enough, in it's a common theme with liars. When they're caught in a lie, they end up blaming other people or trying to change subject. So this is Joey going on a rant on, I believe the guy's name is DeSantos, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But what Joey's about to say next is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, good thing we didn't skip it. Let's see. Oh, Pineapple Luke, how long till you're monotone? I would say another 6 months, if I continue as I am, probably.
And I would say another 12 years before that.
Put your social security number down on your arm and your name in case they find you dead. Okay, motherfucker, we'll do that. Yes.
There you go, Ickle.
Yeah.
Did you hear what he just said? You were too busy laughing
I
at
was
my
too
funny
busy
story.
laughing at your crypt, sorry.
Joey said.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, listen to it again.
Was on a fucking plane out of Florida, I guarantee you. He didn't give a fuck about anybody here, okay? He's fucking just saving face. Write your social security number down on your arm and your name in case they find you dead. Okay.
Yeah, no, I remember watching this when we went over the clip.
So, Ickle, at the time, right, you were busy on a gay cruise, right? On my understanding.
Sucking a lot of cock, yeah.
Yeah, but I understand that you probably were aware that there was, it was global news, right? This huge hurricane's about to devastate.
I honestly only heard of this from the government.
Oh, did you?
Maybe,
all right, okay.
Maybe that's how little I.
All right, fair enough. Well, that's a good thing, then. Yeah, maybe because we heard it over here, but I'm sure that if the decisive character, that's what word, excuse me for Belgian, sorry, or this politician that's not very well liked in the world, let alone America, said something along the lines of tattoo or write your social security number on your arm. So if we find your dead body, we can identify you. That would have been headline news around the world. People would have,
It would be, they class it as like scaremongering, but in reality, that's not a bad idea because it's literally letting people identify you and let your family know, that you're found, that you're, in a coma, that you're dead, that you're injured but you can't talk. So, I'm so sorry, Della. I've been watching Clearwater Chad's channels where he keeps just doing Stuttering John shit. So I've not had any actual updates.
So,
but,
I was going to say, so you know what the weather's like in New York State then?
Yeah, in Buffalo, New York. That's the only place I know.
Hey, motherfucker, we'll do that, right? Yes. I told a fucking white fucking lie to just save face so my friends didn't worry about me.
here's what you got to do, Joey. Yeah. If they respect you as a person, which I'm sure they do, you say, I appreciate your concern, but I'll look after my family and I know what's best for them. Thank you, though. That's it. That's it. Done. Is that too obvious? Or?
No, you're not wrong. No, what I do like, and what I'd like to point out right now.
Of course.
Remember, Joey is not
That's
one
so
of
far
Shuli's
away.
black.
There's so much running
As Joey has said before.
in this area.
Shuli has told him that you're way too smart for that, Joey. However, as Joey said now, he chose to lie, or as he said, tell a little white lie to stop his friends from worrying about it. I put it to you, sir, that you are whack.
Wow. Fucking hell. You heard it here first. Joey C is TSN's whackpacker. Proven by Rich.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
know
get
if
it.
that makes sense.
They weren't here. They didn't know the facts 100%. They're only going what they're being reported. And the news hyped up everything. Okay? Now, in some areas, it was very bad, devastating. Like every hurricane, you feel bad and you want to help as many people as you can. I wish I could reach out to the people that...
Whoa, Dana. Breaking news. Joey, do your drop.
You're all
Pretty
good.
Sure Joey's live broke up Bob and Shuli. Wow. I think that tipped him over the edge. I think you might be right.
Lost their homes, the people that got drowned out, the people that lost everything. I wish I could be there to help them, okay? Because it's terrible. Every year we got to be insured and shit. But Tampa hasn't been hit in 100 years. They built buildings down. Everything is different here. So a direct...
So they've now built buildings.
Yeah, Ickle, I don't know whether you guys that little clip that Joey just did there, you have to save that for a future reference. Did you notice the way he said they build buildings? Did you notice what he did with his arm?
Wait.
So you have to play it again. This is the way he moved his arm.
Okay, now, in some areas it was very bad, devastating. Like every hurricane, you feel bad and you want to help as many people as you can. I wish I could reach out to the people that lost their home, the people that got drowned out, the people that lost everything. I wish I could be there to help them, okay? Because it's terrible. Every year we got to be insured this shit. But Tampa hasn't been hit in 100 years. They built buildings down.
You know what I really want to do?
The Rocky Mountains.
Oh yeah. What I wanted to do before that bit was mute him and play one of Hitler's speeches, because we know how much he... No, Mussolini. Our earlier work on that, where he's doing these hand movements.
As soon as you said
We did it. Teamwork.
Everything is different.
God.
Let me see whether I can say this without getting you in trouble. I believe there's other footage of Mussolini that's just as famous, where he's not speaking, but he seems to be hanging around for a little bit.
Oh gosh.
Different here. So a
way to bring the show down, dude.
Direct hit here would be devastating. It could have rose 15 feet, but now the rivers are rising. If they're talking 20 foot, not in my area though. The Hillsborough River is about 4 miles from me. It's not gonna make it down here for 20 feet. Okay, we got about this much in the parking lot. You guys saw out the window, it was flooded, about this much, about halfway up my tires. Okay.
Echo, did you actually see any flooding when?
No, I didn't.
Honestly,
when you showed me that clip, I didn't see any flooding. To be fair.
Well, honestly, mate, I couldn't even tell that was outside Joey's apartment building. I couldn't.
Oh, I could. I said
I couldn't take any I couldn't make out any landmarks. You know, I was looking for the McDonald's sign. I couldn't see it. Yeah.
I was looking for the homeless guy on the floor trying to sell toothbrushes, but I couldn't see it.
No, Pops was too busy in Joey's toilet. You know.
Fair enough.
Apartment was leaking. The hallway started coming in the hallway. We were prepared to go out the window. The first responder said, if you feel like it's about time you're gonna die, you're gonna drown, take the doors and...
So, when you're just about to die, Joey, what I want you to do is take the doors off the hinges. Might be a bit late then, just as you're dying.
Let's break this down, right? So let's say like the guy was talking about drowning, right?
Sure.
So you're up to your neck in water.
Let me get my wrench! Let me get my wrench!
Yeah, you're literally up to your neck in water and you go, oh, maybe I should take the door off the hinges. Like what? Like that doesn't make no sense.
That don't make no sense.
Go float. They will float. Be on top of the door and get to the safest place in the water that you can without moving, and hang on for dear life like a tree or whatever, and hopefully
Like a tree. Hang on for dear life, like a tree. Jesus, I think so. Delta, we're going to move off this in a second. I just want to see if he's got
Yeah, this is old Delta because Ickles.
Yeah, anything
he's a
more
bit.
retarded.
when they come, they'll pitch it, rescue. They rescued over 1,000 people from the water. Okay? So, and a 14-year-old boy took the door off and made a raft out of it. So, and Bob, that wasn't a dumb idea. That was.
Fuck off, Joey. Right, okay. Great apology. Brilliant. I like it. I think everyone else is wrong. You were right.
I just love the idea that Joe's like, listen, a 14-year-old boy done it, so
Yeah.
could be wrong, you know?
There you go. Exact same situation as myself, I'm sure. Right, so we have got an update on Brexit all week. I want you to stick with me because it's fucking amazing. We're going to be going through a few different videos from Brian Harvey as he reveals the dark and murky side of the celebrity lifestyle that he used to be such a big part of. And then we're going back to Joey C. More up-to-date Joey C. So if you like that stuff, put up with
Yeah,
it.
bear with Vickle because he's about, like, for the American audience that is not aware, Brian Harvey is a former British pop star.
Justin Timberlake. He's Justin Timberlake. For us. For us.
Yeah, from the 90s, alright.
Yeah, yeah. Roll a VD.
Where have they gone now? They seek face stars, oh how they speak. Glory days we used to be. Must have been nice.
So, as we all know, very sad news. One Direction guy had loads of drugs and died. Yeah. So that's made this chap want to start streaming again, and he has not stopped streaming. He's done another 5 videos since I fucking clicked this shit.
Yeah, Ickle, before you even continue,
Anything else would be a waste.
I saw today that there's talks that this guy's recorded a single, right? They're going to release it.
Oh my god, he's... Oh, what? Oh, you mean... I was going to tell you, Rogie. Fucking Brian Harvey's made a single. And it's like a song kind of like... half like, what are they called? N-dubs or whatever, yeah? It's kind of like that kind of one. Yeah. And he's kind of singing in it about, yeah, if I knew there's so many pedos in the street, politicians, and I'm like, fuck me, it goes hard, it goes hard. It's very
Dude,
good.
honestly, I've told you this before, right? As soon as I watched him like sing on his own live stream, it killed me. I was like, what? This mother? I thought this guy had a really soulful voice. It turns out it's just all effects. Completely.
Sad times. But yes, so we'll be going through it. We'll be flipping back and forward, yeah, because there's quite a lot of it. But honestly, anything he says is fucking great.
How's it going, everyone? Brian
Not
Harvey
bad.
here.
Not bad.
See, told you. Hotel with Liam Payne's death. Hotel. I don't believe the guy was on drugs anymore.
So first of all, I think that's the one thing we all agree that he was on, right? He was definitely on drugs.
Wait. Sorry.
Go on.
Didn't. It was in Argentina, right?
Yeah, in a hotel in Argentina, yeah.
Didn't. The last thing I saw on this was Argentinian police had raided the hotel.
There's stuff on here later, if we actually get to it, there's stuff on here later where it's showing all of the drugs, and he's like, what a setup. I've never seen that before. Honestly, apart from Dabbleverse and like fucking gambling stuff, because I'm a degenerate, this is the only other stuff I watch on YouTube.
Ickle would be a miss to... Right, this should have been a game, actually, think about it now.
Sure.
Who does he remind you of?
Oh yeah, okay. Comments in the chat. Who does he look like the most in the Dabbleverse? Yeah, should we say that?
Yeah, you can do Phil.
Hello Jim. See, he's 5 and 5.
I just brute force guessed that.
Past, more than likely yes.
That's very fair of you.
As far as the P Diddy connection, I don't think it's enough that he sat on Graham Norton and just said that he met P Diddy, and P Diddy held his hand and went.
Wait, that's Lenny Henry. You're getting your celebrities mixed there.
And he wanted to
God, no one would get that fucking reference, would they? Lenny Henry.
Introduce himself to Jay-Z and it didn't happen. That doesn't warrant killing to me.
So he thinks he was killed, by the way. He doesn't think he like was drunk or on drugs or accidentally fell. He thinks he was killed. Just to clarify.
Bear in mind, this is a guy that we've covered before, right? That decided, in order to show the pest problem he had, he decided to put cheese down for the mice, right?
Yeah, and also he put himself in a coma through eating too many baked potatoes.
Yeah, well, Ickle, pause it real quick. Right, let's actually explain. Yeah, let's explain that a little bit. So the geezer ate too many jacket potatoes. Was dry. The way I remember the story, and you told me I'm wrong, right? But I've heard the story was he was driving his BMW. He takes his seatbelt off to be sick. While he's driving, he opens his car door open, throws up, falls out of the car, and runs himself over. And as you said, I got the story wrong because apparently he wasn't driving a BMW, which is hilarious to me.
Oh, is that the thing I got wrong? That I was wrong.
More than that, the girlfriend as well, the current girlfriend that he was with, like I said, she got out of there 2 days before. She knows.
Definitely, she's in on it as well. She wanted him dead for some reason. A meal ticket.
She knows. Did she plant the drugs in the hotel room before she left? I think maybe she might have done. Maybe she planted the drugs in the room so that the hotel employee, whoever it was, knew where to go and get them, and they was already in the room. Kick the telly in.
Right, okay. So what's more plausible than a young drug-addicted pop star with the world at his feet? He split up with his missus and left his kid. Instead of him having too much drugs and falling off a balcony, it's more plausible that his current girlfriend was working with a mysterious group of musician criminals who wanted him dead, who also hired someone from the hotel as well to set up the stage. What do you think, Rochi? So far, so good? Plausible?
I think Brian Harvey might be on something.
I think he's fucking nailed it.
Burn up a few things, because everyone's going along with this narrative, like, you know, he was on drugs, he was on... I don't know how they got them drugs in him, but I don't believe it.
So has he also had an autopsy at this point? Wow, that's not a bad shout with the hat, but no wrong to the back of the class.
Has Brian Harvey got any gay arm tattoos as well?
Most likely. Yeah, he was popular in the 90s. He's going to have the tribal tattoos.
He was on drugs at that point. I wouldn't go. This whole thing started, I said this the other day. I said the hotel were guilty. There was things with the phone conversation that were weird. Where the guy said
So this is all just based on him, right? Pretty much? Like, just his opinion.
Initiating yeah, of course, like most things with Brian Harvey, right? It's just like him talking out of his ass. Yeah,
for sure.
When he's
measurement complete.
And smashing
Ocular
things,
identification complete.
Saying that he can
Welcome,
room,
Clarence
so
Mosley.
They know
Access granted. Welcome to the Office of Creative Incubation.
They shouldn't. You're right, Deadpool. Very valid point.
They couldn't get in the room when he's gone back up at 4:44 or whatever the time was. Another strange thing there.
So he's like, this is really strange. This guy who they're saying was really high on drugs couldn't get into his room at 4:44. It's like, yeah, he was probably really high on drugs. That's probably maybe why.
And the witness, the one who laughed, said something about he kept having to be taken up to his room. Crisis actor, this is all staged.
I think there's a clip later about this, but yeah, apparently he thinks one of the witnesses was a crisis actor who's been hired to kind of give a fake little dialogue. Go on, Rosie.
Sorry, Ickle, because like, I'm a bit mutton today, and the video seems a little bit low on my end, but it might just be me, right?
Sure, for sure.
So, did he just say the witness who laughed?
Yeah.
Like,
so there's another video later which is about that actor, so maybe we'll pop onto that as well.
He's been murdered. I said this the other day. He's been murdered. I believe
Cool looking.
the hotel and the girlfriend, the current girlfriend, are in it.
Right, okay, just in case you're popping into the chat for the first time, who in the double verse does he look like? Answers in the chat, Black Cat, no more guesses.
Possibly even the ex. Possibly, because she was gunning for Liam, writing a book and writing it in a way
where she wanted him dead.
You know, I can't say his name, but I can tell a story of a girl with a pop star, and you know, so she was gunning for him. I'm hearing a
that makes
rumor.
perfect sense. Like, yeah, right, what?
The mother of Maya, or whatever her name was, hangs about.
Wait,
with Roger.
Ickle, why did he just say
Cool.
whatever her name was in past tense? Is
Has something
Harvey,
happened? Oh
is he
no!
into something? Yeah.
Oh no!
I like this weapon a lot.
Roger guy.
We'll see how good it is, though.
That's in on this.
No, not DG. He's about a tenth of the size of DG. Looks like Rochi's lover. No, that's not me.
No. Also, my wife has a hairier beard.
He was seen with Liam before he died.
The mother? Deadful, don't take the piss out of our accents, mate. We get fucking well annoying.
No footage of this so-called convulsing in the lobby. Complete lie, because that just supports the narrative that he was on drugs.
Well, yeah.
I believe he was on drugs.
It costs money for these gold
Why do you
pillars.
not think he was on drugs? He's literally been like very open about his.
I don't believe that. I think he might have been, you know, a year ago, 6 months ago, something.
Week ago,
like that. People are saying he's on drugs when he was doing the last video of him when he's doing an accent. It sounds like he's doing Matthew McConaughey to me. And,
Wah, wah,
There you go, Americans. You get a reference that you understand.
The face in it and that. Sometimes you pull a bit in the face, don't you, when you're doing an impression in that. It's like if I was to do, Sean Atwood, you could say I'm on drugs now because I'm on.
Fuck was that?
Putting a bit of the face in it and that. Sometimes you pull a bit in the face, don't you, when you're doing an impression.
Ready?
It's like if I was to do, Sean Atwood, you could say I'm on drugs now because of my face.
Who is this, Edgewater?
Is it just me or does he seem like he's on drugs? Jesus Christ.
That
Ickle,
is,
was he
it's
trying to do a
Edgewater.
Scouse accent or something. What the fuck?
I don't have a fucking clue what that was or who.
That's
that was.
cool.
So, I wouldn't look too far into that. I think
Yeah, no,
All the other stuff I'd look really far into, but I'll just leave it as it is. That's fine.
Sorry, Ickle, real quick. Bear in mind, this guy was a team heartthrob at one point, right?
Yeah.
Like
And
teenage
now
girls
he's-
were throwing underwear at this guy, right?
Right.
Like,
You know how people, whenever anyone is on stream with John, they'll be like with Clay, for example, they'll be like, oh, look at him, he's probably in a one-bed like council flat. Yeah, he actually is, and he was a millionaire. He was an actual millionaire.
Ooh, I missed that.
Yes, and he lost everything. Subtitles.
yeah,
For
well,
us?
actually, yeah, Deadfall, to be fair, we didn't ask any translations for us.
That was my fault, yeah, my fault. We need to get back into that, that was great.
the girlfriend getting out of there 2 days prior, very suspicious, like I've already said. Making sure that she shows herself, getting on the plane, kicking her things off. All looks innocent on a normal one, but I can't believe everyone's falling for this narrative of that he was on drugs, and I don't even trust.
So he's already said, sure, a year ago he was on drugs, 6 months ago, whatever, he was on drugs. And now he's going, I can't believe people are believing that he was on drugs, being found with all these drugs, falling off the balcony after being, like, really loud on drugs. Go on, what are you saying, Richard?
Well, I was going to say, didn't this guy once bitch and moan that the press was following him everywhere? And then a few years later was outside number 10 Downing Street causing a kerfuffle because he wanted to get on.
See, I watched the video today. Like I say, he's come out with so much stuff. This is so much of it. You bastard. You fucking bastard. Get him off my screen. But yeah, I've been watching it today and it's just crazy.
Ew.
He's like comparing it to Princess Diana and all that shit, and he's like, she died in a tunnel.
Yeah, dude, this geezer
Suspicious.
is. I think, in all honesty, I think what we should do one day.
He's so
probably-
entertaining though. I love it. Every bit.
Probably
about him.
next Tuesday. I don't know whether I'm free next Tuesday or whatever, but
Sure,
we
sure.
should just do an episode on this geezer because this, like,
There's so much.
Yeah, it's weird.
The toxicology report from the police over there. You think they're not corrupt over there?
Of course, it's Argentina. Why wouldn't they be corrupt? For all you knob bollocks, pip pip cheerio cunts. Yeah, alright, we'll get subtitles. Fair enough. Our accent isn't the easiest.
Look how fucking corrupt our police are. You think they're not corrupt over there? Yeah, you think they don't fucking stage shit and that over there? Of course they do. Whole thing staged. Why? Well, you know, there could be a couple of reasons, couldn't there? Personally...
Oh my fucking god. No, how have I not got it available? I'm so sorry, guys. You just have to open your fucking ears, alright? Love you.
I think the record company have got something to do with it. When he signed to Universal, ain't the head of Universal...
Yeah, so we kind of missed that a little bit. Let's play
fucking
again.
stage shit and that over there. Of course they do. Whole thing staged. Why? Well, you know, there could be a couple of reasons. Personally, I think the record company makes sense.
So his whole shtick for years has been the record companies fucked him over. Like, and they did, yeah, they kept like the majority of his money and kind of fucked him over and replaced him, carried on with E17 without him. He's just like accusing them of absolutely everything, and now all of a sudden they killed Liam Payne as well. Rochi, comment? Oh damn, did I catch it at a bad time? Right.
Sorry, mate. I was coughing my guts
bad.
up. I didn't even
no.
hear what you said. Sorry, mate.
I said, why is everyone in the music business a paedophile now? I should have said that. That's just.
Oh right. I believe R. Kelly started it or something.
He did.
Like
I know. Michael Jackson made it popular. R. Kelly jumped on the bandwagon. And here we go.
When he signed to Universal, ain't the head of Universal, Julian Grange. Julian Grange signed to David Diddy and all that lot.
Something to do, yeah. He's done his research.
Cocaine and all the rest of it. Apparently, one of the women that was in the room with him was an ex.
Oh, hey.
Not 100% on that one. No. I'll say follow the money. I'll say follow the money. I think the record company. Like I said, I don't know if any of you have watched that video that I put up. Or yeah, what description. Or link in the description. Past the radio.
So all these videos, I don't think they have lights on that. I don't know if somehow turned that on. But it's a bit bizarre. I must keep missing him when he goes live, or he goes live enough to load it after. Fair enough. But you don't understand us, or you don't understand him. If you don't understand us, then you're probably a dirty, filthy northerner, so it doesn't really count. Would you agree, Richie, if you heard that?
Yeah, I heard you call him a dirty northerner or something.
Very.
About the death clause in record company contract. I think it's called a non-performance clause.
Here we go, winner, chicken dinner. Well done, Eddie Mac. You win a prize, which is your comment got to stay on screen whilst I finish this sentence. Good work, pal.
Alright, cool. I thought you were going to say if Eddie actually puts his address in the chat, you were going to send him a Stoney's gift card or something.
You know, you're basically worth more money to him dead than alive when you're not recouping. And you know, I mean, the amount of money that he has been allowed to earn, there's no way that you're not going to have some kind of external influence in your life, you know, whether it's some kind of mafia or whatever, when you've earned that amount of money. Yeah, if it, like, how much did they say he had? Like 55 million quid or dollars or whatever. That's a fucking lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
I don't think you're going to...
Deadpool, don't get jealous, but that is a lot of money.
Ico, I do love the idea of, like, when you're trying to explain a conspiracy theory you've got, where you go, you know, maybe it could be, you know, whatever.
Music company.
Yeah.
Could be the mafia.
Yeah.
Could be aliens, I guess. Not too sure.
I mean, it really like nails down your argument, right? When you go,
Yeah,
could be
for sure.
whatever. You know?
It just includes everyone apart from he wasn't on drugs. It could be absolutely the unlucky charms guy. Eddie Mac, you had the right answer. You stop. You stop while you're ahead.
No, I think he's calling Kenneth Pogue the unlucky charms guy.
Okay, yeah, no, okay, fair enough. You're back in. You're back in.
On your own, at your own leisure, with no security, and there's not going to be bully boy people in your life trying to extort you somehow.
Sorry, Ickle, did he just say the words bully boy people in your life?
yeah. That's what the Mafia are. They're just a bunch of bully boys. That's what they are.
So, Ickle, how old would you estimate that Brian Harvey is?
He's probably in his 40s, right? He probably looks older than he is. But in the 90s, he was like 20. Yeah. So,
well, mate, if he was 20 and he's
maybe 50, maybe 50.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got to be in his 50s, right? But again, a geezer in his 50s going, yeah, man, watch out for those bully boys. Yeah?
Oh, you little bully boys. Oh, I don't like those bully boys.
Who is going to earn out of this? The record company, re-releasing records, getting the advance back.
You don't have to put up there for it. If he's going to come in with gems like that.
That they've paid Liam. That's where I would start looking. I think the P. Diddy thing and all the rest of it, by throwing pink cocaine in now, and let's just suppose...
First time I've heard of pink cocaine, by the way. Rochi, have you heard of pink cocaine?
No, but why would, like... Oh, okay, so this is...
I think it's just like mixed with meth or something.
Well, in all honesty, like, straight away now, I feel like we might be picking on somebody that's a bit simple. Right? This
Whoa.
Maybe,
Leave
but
Kenneth
who
Pogue
cares?
alone, all right, we're talking about this guy.
No, right, so...
Leave Joey C alone. We're talking about
No,
this
so
guy.
Brian Harvey clearly is going, oh yeah, P. Diddy, and he's looked at all the alleged accusations. And gone,
I assume you're trying new formulations on humans, correct? Where do they come from, Dr. Ambrose?
Damn. Okay, I gotta get a better position before I start fighting.
Can you imagine watching terror on Monarch in this place?
You're going down!
Hold the line. Good work, team. I'll take it. It's only 25%. Why does a robot have Adrena time on it?
Oh, P. Diddy. If we're following the money, what do you mean the money that's like going to be generated of him releasing a single and all this money like going like towards a charity or whatever, or maybe to a little fund for his kid? Does he mean that, or does he mean the record company that's clearly going to make a little bit of money off top of this single and whatnot? This geezer is...
They'd make so much more money though over the next like 10 years from him making new songs. You know?
Yeah, if he was alive, like, come on.
Yeah. I get it if he was like he's like 60.
Yeah, Jesus.
Right. So what I have got. So here we go. We got Batman. Let's make him a bit bigger.
Right, so this is actually current Joey.
Up to date Joey stuff. Come back on. It's fine. It's up to date Joey stuff.
Think so?
Oh, hey. Look at him. He shakes it all off. His golden locks are gone, Rochi.
Wow, trap. That's it.
Well, Ickle, sorry, sorry if you can hear bleeding, and whatnot, I was coughing. Well, actually, Ickle, I think this might actually be a cause for concern. I don't know if this is rapid hair loss. I don't know what it is.
Hey, I shaved my hair bald. Right?
Did you cut your fucking hair?
This ain't no work, and my head's bald, you know?
What the
I ain't wearing no skin mask.
So, he said he isn't wearing a skin mask. By that, I assume he means those caps that you can put over your head, yeah? Like...
Don't ask me nothing.
Why?
I want to talk.
Before we even start today, what the fuck were you thinking?
Who?
Damn.
What are you talking about?
Why are you a fuck?
So do you think he thinks that looks good? I didn't mind his hair before, to be honest. He always shaved the sides, which I tend to do.
Well-
he doesn't have terrible hair.
Well, Ickle, weirdly enough, when this happened, so this is from yesterday's morning show.
Mhm.
When this happened, I was like, what's going on here? Like, what's Joey's mindset? And as Joey's about to tell us, it's an interesting story.
He missed out on a fucking slaphead. He missed out on a grift. He could have got at least $20 from someone to shave it off.
Cancer patient.
Maybe I got cancer. Maybe I lost my hair in chemo.
Well, guys, come on. That's not that funny a joke, surely, Rochi. Joking about having cancer. Or maybe he's not. Maybe he's being serious. I guess maybe he's in the coma again.
I mean, some may say that Joey is a cancer on the Doubleverse, and so, but who again, you know, if we
I guess
want to,
you can joke about anything. I guess. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
well, I mean, if we want to be stickles and fucking
Yeah.
arseholes, let's not joke about cancer.
No, fair enough.
I think
you can joke about it. It's fun.
Yeah, I think it's funny as fuck. But, you know, that's not-
You ever think of that? Why do you gotta assume the worst of the worst, you know? Wait, I'm looking for my glasses. There they are.
Put them on.
No, those don't fucking work. Those are no good. These are better. There we go.
Yeah, his show glasses, Rochi.
Oh shit! I need to come up with the new Baldy Steve in the morning.
Here we go. Juice Ack. He got paranoid and shaved his head on an ice tear and cut to hide the evidence. I don't know. Oh, I can't read it anymore, but I'm sure that was all right.
Sorry,
Joey seeing my wife thing and alright, okay. No, it's fine, perfect.
Yeah, sorry,
I could have
was-
left her.
I was going to unmute myself to say, yeah, weirdly enough, Joey does go on to explain later on in this clip,
Okay, all right.
that he had been up for 24 hours straight. So
Jesus, he's been doing that quite a bit lately.
yeah, it's a weird thing. Like, well, he said something in the clip about a second.
Idiot.
Like, not being up.
Why did he
to
just
date on
stand there and
the
cower?
he's taken, and,
Oh shit! Oh, not taking his proper medication. please.
I inspired Joey to go.
Just a side note, Lou and Kahuna's show today was actually fairly decent. Yes, exactly, red flag. Was fairly decent, and I preferred seeing him without his filter. I don't know if that makes me more of the fruit, but filters suck. Filters are hacky, you know.
Oh yes. Oh, you know what? The next time I come to the crib, I'm gonna bring you a do rag.
Yeah, well, you know, you just rub it.
I'll be right back.
Hare Krishna. You know, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna.
You either get that as a drop.
Well, Ickle,
yeah.
I know I'm not the biggest Beatles fan or anything, but I understand
Is that one of their songs?
I believe that might be. Oh shit! I've even got the guy's name. The geezer who fucking.
John Lennon?
Fuck it, it'll come back to me.
Never mind, I was looking for my vape. It was right here.
If you know what the fuck Rochi's on about, feel free to leave a message in the chat.
Holy shit! Joey cut all his hair. What the fuck happened? Holy
I don't want to talk about it. She fell asleep and she goes, you know.
Make-a-wish, Joey. George Harrison, dummy. Is that what you meant, Rochi?
Yeah, flat cut. I'm
done.
trying to pretend I'm not as old as I actually am.
Well done.
I do my sides and my back, and she goes, you know, you missed a couple spots.
Thank God for all you old cunts, otherwise I wouldn't have had a clue about it.
Spots uneven. She goes, I'll fix it for you tomorrow. Well, I got fucking looking there, and I said, no, I could do this. So I went in there, and I went in the bathroom real quick, and I went like this with the fucking clippers, and I went too deep, and I looked in the mirror and looked up, and the whole fucking middle was gone. I'm like, oh my God.
Was it
Kill me.
Yes, sir.
Now, I hope you don't mind me saying this. This might be a little bit of out of school.
Yeah, go for it.
But my understanding a few months ago,
About your test subject.
or maybe a month.
I assume you're trying new formulations on humans, correct? Where do they come from, Dr. Ambrose? They come from Tartarus, don't they?
They do?
Why the reluctance? Providing life-affirming employment.
Heads up! Hey, Bob! Watch this! Everyone all right?
Why the reluctance? Providing life-affirming employment to the indigent, the criminally indigent. Well, that's a social good, don't you agree?
I have a staff meeting to attend. Excuse me.
Okay.
To shreds, you say? Sucky. You could fit whole families in here.
Do you want to? That's quite nice. I like this gun. Hi.
You best go back the way you came. There's nothing for you here.
Okay. Well,
I have a message for you.
Okay.
This place is a graveyard. All that was done here should be forgotten and left to rot. You might when they start shooting at you. Gorgon is the birthplace of marauders. We created them here, in this very facility. They are our misbegotten children, born of hubris, vanity.
I don't understand. They made Marauders here? How?
Marauders were created? Those bastards!
They hold no fondness for trespassers. I've placed the facility under emergency lockdown to keep them safe.
Okay.
Let the Marauders die in peace, or I will make certain that you die with them.
Okay.
Marauders are everybody's problem, boss. If Spacer's Choice made the Marauders...
Shut up,
we
Felix.
can't just let them get away with it.
On the list of reasons this colony's fucked, Marauders rank near the top, Captain.
I'm tired of Felix.
Process excerpt.
Here I come!
I've seen firsthand what the corporations are capable of. We're about to dig up their past.
We never listened to warnings before. I don't expect we'll start now.
Showed him.
Somebody's trying to stop you. That just means you're on the right track. Didn't we see a big communication tower on the way over here?
Birthplace of Marauders. We ought to have left well enough alone. Now we're in it. Come hell or high water, we've got to see this through.
month ago now. Probably guy that clearly is going through chemo, and I was going to say to you guys, what does Joey look like? Either Uncle
Which
Fisher
one?
or this cancer victim. Because to be honest, I couldn't tell the difference between the two geezers.
Wow. Fair enough. Sorry to ruin that bit. When you sent the pictures through, I'm like, I can't do anything with the pictures. I've got the cheapo fucking version.
And to be fair, Ickle, to be fair to you, I did send them to you at like what 6:30, like an hour to go before the show. So
I also knew kind of what you wanted to do, and I just like I can't do anything with them, so I left.
See what?
All right, let me finish this fucking. Where we at here? The short one.
Sorry, go on.
I was just saying, you see what happens, people. What I got put up with. Sorry.
Yeah.
My heart is beating unusually fast.
With a lot of my shit. So I know
I might go lay down.
Confusing for you guys, but this
Just
is
for a
a
little
different
bit.
clip, and it's not been taking a big out of Jake.
No, this is so this is Joey plays a pivotal role. Honestly, if you guys haven't go back and watch it. Joey was in rare form. He was on one yesterday.
He was
That's
on
annoying.
fire.
Yeah, literally on fire, and he's reacting to John laughing with Vince the lawyer. So he's doing his own fake laugh. It's great.
It's pretty good.
Is that a little better to laugh, Lou?
Their riffing is nearly as good as our improv was. So I was trying to sort those pictures.
Vince, when you were in that AC with fucking your boy
Yes, sir.
here.
Sorry, go on. What?
Sorry, you said improv, and I just went yes.
And he was in the shower naked. You were in there filming him. Did you really get in the shower with him, Vince? Take a shower with him. Tell the truth. We won't be mad at you. Did you let him put it in your ass, or did you put it in his ass, Vince?
Wow. So Joey is no longer playing bit by bit with Vince the lawyer, right?
Well, Ickle, what I'd like to everybody that knows Vince the lawyer knows that clearly he's the top. He's never a bottom. Though he is clearly a midget, he clearly isn't bottom. Yeah.
Out of my way!
You seem to know a lot about where he likes to put his penis, Roach.
Well, I mean, just look at it. Does Vince look like you could easily power him down and take advantage of him? Or does he look like he's going to do that?
He's very top heavy.
Which one was it? Huh? Which one was it? Huh? And you know,
was that fucking just repeating itself?
No, he was
I
expecting-
need this figure, don't I? I need this figure.
Yeah, he was expecting Vince to answer.
Right.
it's not bad to say to you. Just that you if not paying my honor.
So you might have heard Roach a few times during the show, kind of pointing out how Joey's been awake for 24 hours. Keep an eye on Joey.
The buck back like you promised, but I'm over that, Vince. You can take that money and wipe it the next time you take a shit. Wipe your ass with it and throw it in the toilet and say, there goes your money, Joey. I'll be happy to know that you did that, all right?
So that's him saying how he isn't bothered about this $100 that he's still bringing up like a year later or 6 months later, yeah?
Yeah, well, to be fair, it was probably about 2 months later after he had Eric.
The midget, yeah.
Eric on.
Did
Do you remember that?
he actually pay him? Did Joey pay him?
So Joey's claiming that he did give High Pitch $100,
No.
and Vince was going to give him the difference. And Vince has told Joey, look, if you can prove that you've given the $100 to High Pitch, I will not only give the rest to High Pitch, I will pay you back that $100.
Yeah.
I believe that was his original saying to Joey. So I don't know whether that's happened or whether Joey's claiming that Vince hasn't paid him that original $100.
Got you.
Donate it to science. Donate it to the fucking plumbers down in the fucking sewer, okay?
Donate it to science or donate it to the plumbers down in the sewer. 2 choices that you've got there.
Now, Ickle, I understand that you do occasionally a show with Mario's
Another
brother,
plumber?
Luigi, right?
Yes.
Now, I understand that they're fictional characters. Is that right? They're fictional characters?
Yeah.
Fictional characters. They don't exist, right?
That's
They're not
correct,
real.
my friend.
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi are not real people. That's right.
So when they're portrayed in certain films,
Alright, I'm gonna end it here for a bit, and I'll be back in a while.
classic, original Superman.
Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Sorry about the issues earlier. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it, and I hope you join me later. Until then, I'll see you next time.